I'm Steve Huff. I'm one of the founders of Iron Shield Arms from Los Angeles recently, but originally from the Maryland, Virginia, DC area. I'm one of the instructors. One of the things that I focus on is early American fighting arts, tomahawk and knife, Bowie knife, but I'm also teaching the Viking combat and gladiatorial combat. I usually teach quite a few classes each year. And I've taught at every CombatCon and used to teach at the event that was the base for CombatCon, International Sword Fighting and Martial Arts Convention, or ISMAC. So every year it's always exciting, always a good time, good to see a lot of my old friends. I like the fact that we're getting a lot of new people in, a lot of fresh blood, but for me it's getting to see a lot of the instructors that we're like an extended family, so this is, for some of them, this is the only time I ever get to see them. One of the things that's unique about CombatCon is even though you may have 2 or 3 different instructors that teach the same thing, the same weapon or the same style, you get to see each of their unique interpretations of it. Plus you have guys like me that bring in weapons that there aren't really that many other people around the world doing them, so it's kind of unique. CombatCon really gives you a chance to get new interpretations for things that you might already be familiar with and exchange ideas, but also get exposure to other fighting systems you might not even know about. For me, I've been doing this for so long that I can't imagine anything else. I've been doing martial arts ever since I was a kid, so the only thing I've done longer than this is exist. But it's also about just showing people that, especially with Western martial arts, that these diverse fighting systems actually did exist. You hear the term martial arts and automatically people think of the various fighting arts of Eastern martial arts. And even though that was my introduction to martial arts as a whole, Western martial culture has just as rich and diverse a martial tradition. It's really broadening the exposure of Western martial arts to a growing community. It's just like any martial art. It's going to sharpen the mind as well as keep you physically fit. But for a lot of people, it's with Western martial arts, there's a lot of cultural heritage behind it. They're able to embrace a fighting system that was from their culture, whether it's some of the early Germanic fighting arts, or the Italian fighting arts, or even the Scottish and Celtic fighting arts. It's an opportunity to really embrace something from your own past. I've studied so many weapons, Eastern and Western. What I'm mainly known for, and what I tend to gravitate towards, are knives and axes, the knife and hawk and the Viking axe and sakes. Mainly because I find it's so much of a challenge because it's really close quarter fighting and it's so fast. But I love sword. I love all of the weapons, really. But I would probably say some form of knife and some form of axe. That seems to be what I tend to gravitate towards. This next chapter of my life is getting into being a fight choreographer and bringing more martial elements into fight choreography for film and stage. And I like to approach it from the fact that it shouldn't be violence for the sake of violence. It should be one of those things where it continues to tell the story. And that's one of the things that I try to do when I do build a fight, is it shouldn't just be violence that doesn't really fit. It should fit the story, and it should be a way to further those characters. So when it comes to either stage combat or film combat, you have to look at it from the historical basis to make it a lot more realistic, but also look at it from the perspectives of the characters. And then sometimes, to be honest, the more realistic fight isn't the fight that fits. Like the fight scene in Princess Bride, even though that's not historically accurate, it fits the feel of the film. It's a very fairy tale, fantastic type of fight. Definitely come out to CombatCon next year. You won't be disappointed. You will meet a lot of great people, and you will become part of really a family. And if you're interested in some of the things that I do, check out Iron Shield Arms on Facebook.
Woo!